Yeah. 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 Come on. Let the room fill up. They say, Lord, you're down. You're out. No, 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 no. Let the room fill up. One way or another. Come on. Yeah. Feel y'all. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to you all. Huh. Come on. Yeah. Where my Facebook love at? Daniel. Somebody. Let me know. Feel y'all. Y'all fill this room up. Can y'all hear that? All right. Really appreciate you all. Thank everybody for tuning in. My name is Law Nation, LAW Nation. I don't know. Let me know if you guys can hear the background music. 8 and 8 Jimmy's is what he said, right? We're live, like 95. Yeah, it is what it is at this point. Let me know if the audio is straight. Let me know if everything is good to go, right? Really appreciate everybody. After reviewing the game, I'm talking about the game of the Steelers versus the Ravens, the team that we got to play next, right? Oh, y'all can hear it, right? For a moment, I was saying like, nah, y'all can't hear it, huh? Huh? All right, Cowboy Nation, that's all good. It's all good. Hey, put me in. Bam. Oh. Load them up, baby. Yeah. So that's good, Cowboy Nation. So we're looking at this thing like this. When I saw the Ravens versus the Steelers game, I didn't know it was even on. I was sitting there minding my business, doing my day job stuff, working hard, grinding, right? And I looked around and I saw my dog Mark Holmes go live, like 95 on his page. I said, maybe he's testing out something. Maybe he's, working on something inside of his shop there. So I clicked on it and I said, dog, he's doing the play-by-play of the Steelers versus the Ravens. Now, here's the situation, and here's the scenario. And I know a lot of people will look at it and say, well, Law, just hush. Stop it. Quit it. Stop talking about the team you love, not the team that you like. Stop talking about them. They're horrible. They broke, busted, and disgusted. They are what you see on the bottom of your feet when you walk around. They got you with dirty feet, Law. They got you with slap dead, dirty feet. And you walking around here talking about Cowboys still got life. Cowboys still have a possibility. Cowboys still have a chance. Cowboys, they suck, Law. And they suck since the Joneses. Can you get the picture? Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, Mitchell. Appreciate you. Oh, man, come on. James Harden, wish he had this beard, but I feel you, though. Shout out to James Harden. And that's the thing is with it, man. They say love's a sin. Love's a crime. Love is when you have grief, you ask God for a sign. Baby, my love's run deeper than the sea, keep the picture. My love is going to get you. That's what love's supposed to do. It's supposed to reach around and bite you. And you sitting there saying, oh, my goodness. Oh. Draft time, we 30 feet deep. Sometimes there still can be a rafter out there. Throw it out. Pull me up. Steve and Lee, I see you. DC for life. It don't say DC for S for short. Yeah. So my thing is, when I look at everything, they're very beatable. Now, it could be a chance and a possibility that, yeah, they get Lamar back and everything else we talked about can go under the bridge. But I will say that even with Lamar back, and you know how the COVID's supposed to happen, you know how that thing's supposed to roll with and supposed to go, right? That people don't typically perform at the level that they left on. It's a grace period where they can be huffing and puffing. They have lack of what we call endurance there, right? Right? And, you know, it's a whole lot of things that we can look at it and say, man, why this team just can't be this team that goes out, show up on Sunday and on Monday or Tuesday night. And be that team, be that enforcer, be that grindstone action. You know, why we can't be that? Who knows? Anything can happen. That's why I always say it's any given what? Any given Sunday, any given moment, any given time. Yeah. And it is what it is at this point. It's flat out it is what it is at this point. Now, here's the situation. Now, we do know that there's a period where everybody got to look at this thing and say, okay, we had a coaching personnel member to fall out and pass away at the facility. The players that was there was able to see that, and it challenged them in so many ways that I don't know. It affects people in so many ways that we don't know. Then by them not having practice, by them not having that fortitude of getting out there and working out and things like that, we have to look at it and say, man, it could be another mulligan, right? So even this week, the turbulence is still there. Now you got to go and do the whole situation of going through the funeral and then a whole other thing of arrangements of those things. And you see family members, you see loved ones that you really have compassion for crying. And now everything is everything. And then you start to reflect on maybe, just maybe, the injuries that occurred with Dak Prescott. You might start to reflect, man, my left tackle, he went out. And then you start to reflect, man, my right tackle, he went out. So many things. In the NFL, they look at it like, hey, tough cookie. We got bills to we got bills to pay over here. We got goals and contributions and adulations and all of these things that we're trying to accomplish. If you think I'm lying, the NFL is a what? Non-for-profit business. But I guarantee you, if you take a clip of the NFL, of highlights, whatever it may be, and you post it on YouTube or you post it on Facebook, they'll be the first one to claim it as all rights belong to the NFL. Regardless of whether or not you monetize it or not, they about that mighty dollar. They might be listed as a non-profit business, but they for all profit. Let me know if I'm lying. Shout out to you, Young Wilson, man. Really appreciate you so much, man. Always holding it down like 5 million pounds, man. Really appreciate you. Steven, you know who the real fans are when we get down. The real fans still stand tall. How about them Cowboys, DC for life? Steven, you're right. You're right. You know, there's two types of fighters. There's ones that'll punch and run, and there's one that'll fight through the gauntlet, right? They'll go through the battles and get those black eyes and get knocked out like Nate Robinson, right? They get knocked out. Now, the thing is with Nate Robinson, you know, he might have to stay down, but a true fighter, a original fighter in that boxing arena, he figures it out, and he say, okay, I got to get back up. I got to continue to see where I can fight, who I can fight next. Yeah, he beat me down, but let me see if I can go around and fight somebody else, right? And that goes to show you, too, that just because you are physically in shape and you physically think that you can fight something, but when the odds are stacked against you and somebody's twice your size, got the longer arm reach, right? That you got to be more creative. Now, it's all fun and game if Nate Robinson, I think that's his name, right? Robinson, it would have been all fun and game if the little man would have knocked him out and left him with the raggedy tooth, but it didn't happen that way. That is an example and an exhibitory of life. It's an actual situation, whereas you get knocked out and you get beat down and you're looking at it like, man, this guy's twice my size. Or he's bigger than me. He's more agile. He's younger. But here's the reality though. Here's the reality though, Cowboy Nation. OG says Cowboys equals Nate Robinson. Come on, man. leave us alone. But shout out to you, OG. But here's the reality of it. Here's the true reality of it. Life is that lion. Life is that lion. And the lion is not the type of animal or beast that will ask the gazelle, can I bite you on the ass? Can I just have a little bit? Can I just take the leg and leave you with 3? It don't work that way. Life is the lion that goes out and eat regardless, because he know that if he don't get his kill, then he will be killed. Newsflash: hyenas got the strongest jaw bite down, one of them on the planet Earth, and a pack of hyenas will eat a lion. I ain't lying. A pack of hyenas will eat a lion, but only if that lion is not cognitive of his surrounding, not cerebral enough to know that, hey, I got to keep myself in tip-top shape. I got to be the person that be really managing my domain. You know, that's the reality of it. We as humans, and I'm not sitting there saying that we are like beasts or like animals, but this world shapes and shifts and molds you to being with that lion's mentality. But what happened here over a course of years, that the sheep mentality has been poured upon us and just been living through majority of the people's vein. So they looking for help. They looking for assistance. But I say, I do not want your help. I want to figure this out myself. That person goes farther. Look at my dog over here. Barton says, laws of the jungles. Yeah. So what happened here is that sometimes people get comfortable in their environment. They get comfortable with what they got. Let me know if I'm lying. They get comfortable with losing. They get comfortable with the mentality that, hey, getting to the playoff is cool. Winning above 500 is cool. Selling merch is cool. Building billion-dollar playpens is cool. Building billion-dollar facility is cool. Y'all see where I'm going with this, and I'm not trying to sully or denigrate anything that we got going on in Dallas Cowboys land, but until you have that lion mentality of sitting there saying that all of that stuff is cool, but it don't mean a hill of beans if I can't protect myself, if I can't go out there and hunt and kill for myself, if I can't bring back, which was I'm thinking that is cool, but to provide and make sure that I wish anybody walk into my domain and try to move around stuff in my house, it's going to be turmoil. It's going to be turmoil. So that's what the Cowboys should look at it as. When they build that Arlington Stadium, or stadium, as the great Jerry Wayne Jones would say, they should have that mentality of saying that, hey, I wish And I wish again that y'all try to pull that fast one on me in my home, right? look at my dog Asmodeus. You bite a line on his tail, you better have a plan to deal with his teeth. Yeah, you better have a plan to deal with his teeth. You better have a whole plan. You better have a plan. They say don't mess with the bulls if you don't if you're not afraid to get the horns or something like that. Yeah, y'all posted a real slogan down there below. Anybody watch the rookie roundtable with Dak in the video yet? Just came out, The Life of Philly. No, I haven't watched it yet. Post a link in the description box, and if the mods, if y'all are able to see it, just approve it for me. But I'm gonna have to take that. I'm gonna check that one out though. Rick Horton says this season is a wrap. Go to the playoffs, get blown out. Any NFC East team. By the way, this is Rick Horton. But you at least want to get to the dance. You at least want to get there. You know, you at least want to get there to the floor and do your moves and do your jazz. And show your things that you got out there. Now, here's the situation in the scenario. The draft is right around the corner as it relates to us because of where we stand at right now. And we can be looking at the list and we'll be saying, okay, all right, we got the second or the third pick in the draft. And what we're doing and what we're hoping as fans, which is short for fanatics. A lot of people don't know that. You know, you're supposed to be fanatically or you're supposed to be all in on your team. There's no such thing as a realist, as a fanatic, right? Meaning that we're rooting for something that we have no control over. We're pushing for something that we have no inch of decision making out of it. We're just rooting for said team. Meaning that Jerry Jones owns the team financially. We can only own this team emotionally. It's not up for sale. So when we look at it, we can be saying, go get this guy. They could be looking at it like, we have a whole nother plan and procedures for it. So what I'm saying is that I want to caution people about thinking that the Joneses all of a sudden is going to make the moves that we really want to see. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not being negative when I say that. OG Whitfield says, NFL, AKA WWE, won't let us win anything. And that's a whole nother subject. And I can get on to that too. But that's the reality of it. We can yell, hey, TJ Watt, he's a beast. BPA, we need him. And the Jones look at it and say, well, hey, it seems like a good situation, but we like taco. And you see the word, the nomenclature, we like, excusing us of our thoughts and of our opinions. That's the reality of it. And a lot of people don't like the reality. A lot of people don't. They don't. Yolanda says, exactly for 100. Bro, anyone ever told you that you look like James Harden? It's a compliment. Yeah. I get it all the time. But technically, he looks like me. I'm 9 years older than James. But shout out to him because he's about $280 million richer. But who knows? Tomorrow, I can have that magical stretch off, right? Just playing. But appreciate James Harden. Look, he's so blessed. He turned down, I believe, $54 million. Or was it $103 million collectively speaking? Now, I might say that I ain't James Harden, but he's living from a different perspective. I ain't turning down $103 million. And did they just get a trade? Did John Wall just made it over there to the Houston Rockets? Now, it could be just them rearranging the furniture because they still kind of like the same player to me, Westbrook. And, I know people going to be like, nah, Law, but it's still the same thing, That's a story of a different day. Dustin Pippen says Law Harden. That's a funny name. Yeah, cool story, true story. We had a family reunion last year, and I was in the Bay Area, Oakland, California. And that's actually where I believe his people are from, and that's where our family reunion was at. So we might be third, fifth cousin, something like that. Who knows, right? Yeah, Westbrook went to Washington. Shout out to Westbrook. Cowboys Harden. Crazy kid. Rasco, what's good? Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I will be live on, I think, Big Dog show. He's a Giants fan. It will be me, I think, Lord Bronson, as well as Louis T. Bad Dog. I meant to say, I said Big Dog. Bad Dog Sports. And we will be doing a NFC East roundtable. Now, I never lost an argument, basically. I'm going to let y'all know. Because those convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. And 9 times out of 10, when you're having a debate with somebody and you know that you got the upper hand, you just tell them, yeah, you're right. You'll never lose in that situation. At the end of the day, the Dallas Cowboys, regardless of what anybody says, we may be down, but we're not out. And we may be down, but people are still looking up. And I know that a lot of people say, you're living off of old bodies. You're living off from the 90s. It goes all the way back to the sheep mentality. Because in order for this team to win, we got to get beyond the Joneses. We got to figure out that. We got to have a player that's so dynamic. We got to have superstars that's so dynamic. We got to have a coaching staff with such of a strong backbone that they can overcome and overcompensate the Joneses. And that's just how it goes. That's the reality of it. I know that they mean well, but there's really, in this modern day time, there's too much information being shared out. Now, as content creators, we don't like it. We love it because there's more material that we can get out and talk about, right? To y'all wonderful people. But the reality of it is that the Cowboys, they're going to have 4 interviews, 2 with Stephen Jones a week and 2 with Daddy Jones. Jerry Wayne Jones is going to have 2 interviews. One on the front end and the other on the back end. That is the reality of it. This sucks. Looking forward to watching Randy, Law, TP, Zeke, Lamb, and Gallup. Yeah, that's why I think I was somewhere live, and I think it was on my IG page. Shout out to everybody that's following with me on the IG page. And I was live there, and I was talking about, man, the only people that's suffering from this are all the stats, they are suffering. Shout out to my dog, Jim Laws. Shout out to the Laws. They're suffering because of the fact that right now, that's in the MVP run right now. No, not MVP. I ain't going to go there. The rookie run. Let's go there. The rookie run. Right now, the rookie run is Justin Jefferson and Justin Herbert. No! You know what I'm saying? Like, that would have been a walk-in for my dog, CD. I know there's a lot of people from the last game was sitting there saying, yeah, Lord, but CD is soft. I've seen people say that. It made me want to just load it up again. I mean, it made me want to load it up, Cowboy Nation. It did. And I said, let's shoot that out. Oh, I missed. Oh, I got you there. How you going to call the man soft? And all he did with Andy Dalton, our version of AD, the Nucci, back with Andy Dalton, and of course Gilbert, is get the all-time wide receiver reception records. And I know that that's just like, hey, patting yourself on the back or liking your own post. But that's the reality of it. You can close your eyes and imagine what that would have been or what it would have looked like if Dak Prescott was to be still throwing him the rock. Jefferson. Now, Dustin, here's the situation. Dustin Pippen, Jefferson is nasty. He is. He ain't nobody to sneeze at. I like the kid. Shout out to LSU. Shout out to LSU. The kid is nasty. I like his skill set. But he will be looking up to CD at this point. That's just my thoughts. But he got his quarterback, right? He got his quarterback slanging him to rock. Do you think Mike Nolan will be gone next year? No. I don't think that they look at it like, okay, it's time for us to move on from Mike Nolan. Remember this. Yeah, Jim Law. Y'all, you tell him, Jim. 41 likes and over it's 100 people in here. 41 likes. Just playing with y'all, man. But appreciate y'all, man, for liking. You know, that helps support this thing, man, and that help grow this channel all the way. But get it up. Beat that like button down. Break it. But here's the situation. We need to look at this thing with Mike Nolan and say to ourselves that we know that the Joneses, they would not fall on the sword like that and say, okay, we was wrong. We made an epic mistake. They're not going to do that. They're going to look at it and say, okay, the team played hard against the Steelers, who's 11-0 right now. The team ultimately played hard against the the other Pennsylvania team, the Eagles, although they lost to that, but they were showing some type of levels of growth in that game. And the Vikings game, they showed that they can make some plays. So they're going to want to embellish that, and they will say, well, due to the offseason now that Mike Nolan can go and get his guys instead of Gary guys, and then they can figure this thing out from there. So at least Mike Nolan got him another year off of GP, general principles. Terrence, my dog, I really appreciate you. He put in a lot of work. Terrence put in a lot of work over here, man. I really appreciate you so much, giving any of these dynamic rookie wide receivers a good quarterback. Yeah. I think I like Devin Duvernay. I like the James Prochet. I like those kids, and of course the kid from Baylor that went to the Jets land. Was it Mims? Denzel Mims? And if he was on a different team, maybe a different scenario were to happen. And we already know if Jalen Reagor had a quarterback that could get him the ball, he would have had a better outcome as well, right? I hate throwing stuff at my dog, Jalen Reagor, but you know he's my dog. And Laviska Shenault, yeah, Shenault, don't sleep on him. If the Jags flew around and killed this draft that's coming around the corner, look for Shenault. Yeah. What do you believe in? And I got about 14 minutes. So what do you believe in that the Cowboys can honestly wait and see with McCarthy, or pay big bucks to get a proven college coach? This is from Lamar Odoms in the house. It's not, and I love your rationale on that. I love that. So I'm gonna give you a purge. Yeah, you'll give you a purge horn on that one. Here's the situation. The first purge horn questioning Lamar Odom, by the way, is this right here. When you did everything in your life by willing and dealing, gambling, looking for oils, closing down on $1 billion electric bill. I think it's an electric company that the Joneses bought out. Building multi-million-dollar stadiums and taking that blueprint and selling it. Like he gets a cut from the money off the Mercedes Domes building, because those are his architects over there in Georgia. He take that same company and move a team from St. Louis to L.A., whatever they at now, L.A. Rams or what have you, to take that same engineering and architect company to build a stadium there or stadium, and to take those resources and money and to also build one in Vegas. You see, we are the ones that's losing. He's looking at it like, I'm winning. What was that John Legend say? Even when I lose, I'm winning. Jerry is winning. But, of course, this is the byproduct. The byproduct is the Cowboys, silver and blue, star on the side of your helmet, saying that, hey, I love this team. And I'm not trying to say that he don't. But when we lose, it feels different for us than him, because he can get on that helipad, fly to his yacht, and sail all around the world with his Johnny Walker Blue. And then he can do those press conferences and say, and that's what he can do. And I'm not trying to talk bad about him, but those are the facts. Terrence Short says, great businessman. So what he's doing is that he's going to circumvent this thing and say, okay, mulligan. I'm not going to say that this guy was a mistake. Matter of fact, I had so much confidence in the courage of my convictions and what was sold, and the hearts and the crevices and the sinews of my meditations of my thoughts, my hearts and my soul and sinew, again, that I don't need to interview no one else. Matter of fact, I'm only going to interview Christopher Richard so that I can get the Rooney Rule out the way, so I can get that token interview out the way. Come on, brother. You don't even have to come into the office. I'm going to interview you from your office, from where you at. And by the way, at the end of the interview, clean out your office, because we selected Mike McCarthy. Those are the reality of it. They didn't bring nobody else in. It would have been a different story if they brought in multiple people for that job and they had to go about it and think about it. Dak was looking like he was going to be lights out this year, though. This is from Dustin Pippen. Yeah, he did. And that's the reality of it. I've been saying JJ doesn't care because he's winning regardless. Yeah, King Blaze. He's winning regardless. He's like a bookie, you know what I'm saying? I book it whether or not the performers win or do a great job or do a bad job. I'm winning. Matter of fact, he's going to win, I believe, this weekend or next weekend. This weekend, I believe. He's going to have the fight down there. You know, you're going to have the fight down there. And Spencer going to fight in the stadium. He's winning. Dak for comeback player of the year. This is from Sony. Yeah, I believe that he can be the comeback player of the year, but got to say this. Don't crucify me, or don't reverse crucify me, hang me upside down with this one. Is they businessman. So they're going to look at it whereas if they don't get the bite that they want, and he seeped it out a little bit in his previous interview, he had the audacity, not of hope, but he had the audacity to say, well, this team reminded me. It did. This team reminded me of the '89 Cowboys. The trials and tribulations that Jimmy Johnson had to go through and what he had to face. This team reminded me. And I came into this business trading. And we fired the 20 winning seasons Coach Landry. We went and gambled and pulled Jimmy Johnson, who's a college coach, which everybody said that, hey, that ain't going to work, Law, that ain't going to work. Or Jerry, that ain't going to work, Jerry. And we traded away our best player, Hershey Walker. He compared the 1989 Dallas Cowboys to this particular 2020 Cowboys, even with our injuries. I think that if Jimmy Johnson had the 2020 Cowboys, they would have won more than one game. And Jimmy Johnson, believe it or not, like Ripley's, was a rookie head coach. Mike McCarthy got experience. He got experience in coaching. You guys get what I'm saying? There's no comparison. Like on that defense, yes, we had Everson Walls. And off the top of my head, we had Jim Jeffcoat. He was still young at the time. Or we had Ed Too Tall. He was Ed Too Tall in 89. He was 40 then. I believe he was about 45 playing out there. No, he was about 38 years of age. We had a rookie Troy Aikman, a rookie Darryl Johnston. Y'all remember in 89? Michael Irvin was injured. He couldn't play that year. We didn't have nobody of the caliber of an Ezekiel Elliott. We had nobody of the caliber of an Amari Cooper. Nobody, even if you look at AD, our version of AD, Andy Dalton. He's a vet compared to a rookie. So I want people to stop saying it because it don't make sense. It don't make football sense. Even when football aficionados say, yeah, it's the same. It's not the same. Because in 1989, guess who had control over player personnel and decisions? Jimmy Johnson. Shout out to you, Jay Form. Appreciate you for tuning in. Unc, yeah, appreciate you as well. Sheila, oh, Sheila. She said, I remember. Yeah, so it's a different outcome, different scenario, different situation, different playing field, different set of rules. But what I'm saying, I said all of this to say that even Jerry Jones, he said he came into the situation trading, and I didn't want to bring it up, but he might look at this thing of like, hey, I need a Herschel Walker type of deal, and the only person that I can fleece away with multiple draft picks and also get greedy will be to tag Dak Prescott and trade. And I'm not putting that out there in the atmosphere, but I'm just calling it what it is. We've been hearing the same story since 2017. We working on a deal. Then 2018, we working on a deal. We need to see a little bit more. The early beginnings of 2019, we really love them. Let's see what this offseason is going to triculate. Oh, let's see how the first preseason game going to be. Oh, we for surely going to sign him out the week one. Oh, you know what? His people came to me and they reneged. Them scoundrels, those greedy, you know what, they try to raise the ante. And that's when you had all of the story because, Lord, don't forget, they started bringing out pies. Y'all remember that story? Stephen Jones was talking about, hey, we got to have enough of the pie to be sliced and to be issued out. I guarantee you, if he can see what happened this year, minus the injury to Dak Prescott, of course, he would give him the whole pie. Say, hey, here's your Cowboys pie. You want cherries on the top in the shape of stars? You want the whipped cream and the ices around it? He would probably do that. Right or wrong, Cowboy Nation. He won't be talking about pies then. He would definitely look at that Ezekiel Elliott contract and say, hey, we love you, Zeke. But hey, we're going to play a little hardball with you. Yeah, I said Zeke who, but you saw all of the stuff that I put my body on the line and my career on the line. They was talking about excoriating and exiling me from the NFL, right? I did that for you. I went against Roger Goodell for you. So no, you don't get your money right now. We got Tony Pollard. Like it or love it, he's going to be our running back until you come back to camp. Oh, and Jalen, we love you. We love you. But I got to pay my quarterback. But it's hard to put the toothpaste back into the tube, Cowboy Nation. I really appreciate everybody for tuning in. I know. A lot of people will be looking at it like, nah. Derek Thomas, appreciate you. Shout out to the Thomases, man. That's a dope last name. George, who are you thinking? That goes to the Patriots or Chicago or India. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, Jay, for him. Indiana. My brother, he loves, and not you, Jay, but my other brother from the same mother. He loves Dak Prescott, and he's a 49ers fan. So let that sink in. Yeah. Yeah. Might have another option. He says New England might want to have Jimmy G back. Yeah. It seems like as if that could be the situation. I think that the old boy is gone. Cam is gone. Tracy McGrady, shout out to you, man. Legend out there. You and your cousin that was out there dunking. Vince Carter. I heard that he was a Cowboys fan. I don't know about Tracy, but shout out to you, Tracy. My dog, Mike. They signed Wentz too early. Well, they signed Wentz in lieu of Dak Prescott. They said, okay, we got to get in front of this situation. That's my rationale of it. That's my rationale. I got 2 more minutes. Appreciate it. Let me just give a shout out to everybody. Young Wilson, Just Work, Mike Manning, Travis. Really appreciate you. Do you think the NFC East was spared by Dak Prescott not playing this year? Bingo. B-I-N-G-O. B-I-N-G-O, and bingo was his name, yo. Bingo. Because now we look at it, there's zero explanations of, hey, maybe Carson Wentz is better. Nope. And of course, last game, we're seeing the Washington team walking around with their chests out like they accomplished something by sweeping the Dallas Cowboys this year. That's okay. They won. They shot the BB gun. Yeah. We lost. We ate tomato sauce. However this song used to go back in the day. They get a cookie. But we'll see next year, right? They literally were the hyenas that ate the lion that was wounded. Yeah, Albert, really appreciate you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. My name is Law Nation, LAW Nation. Hit me up on multiple platforms. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, Periscope, and I also have a website, lawsnation.net. It's mine. So when you go there, you're free to do whatever you want to do. It's just a small website now, but you got to start somewhere, right? And that's where the road, every journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. That's all I'm going to have to say with that. But if you reshape and formulate your mind, turn me up a little bit. Hey. If you reshape and formulate your mind, your thoughts, you may feel like you're down, but you're gaining ground. You're gaining experience. Right now, this team, this organization, not from the coaching philosophy, nor the owners, but the players that's in here. Those who survive this, they can say to themselves next year, we can accomplish anything. So let's continue to figure this thing out. I just came here to tell you guys that the Ravens, they're not mighty. We can leave them with the raggedy beak. We got to just punch them. We got to showcase to the world that, hey, some of these guys still belong. So those who plan for contracts, and I know that it sounds kind of crass, but it is. Jordan Lewis, Cheeto Woozier, Xavier Woods, all of those guys have bad grades on their report card. They're going to have to showcase us something for the next 5 games. If I'm the coach, I'm getting into everybody's face and I'm saying, even with the mask on, I know it's COVID, but I'm getting in their faces and I'm saying, you want to be on this team next year? You want to play for this team? Huh? Is this not why you're here? Do you want to grind? Do you want to support and represent the silver and blue? Then play like it. Because Donovan Wilson earning his stripes over here. He pledged now, baby. He's no longer a nobody, I guess. You know, he pledged this thing called DC for life. Cowboys, silver and blue. All right, Cowboy Nation, that's all about time, man. I really appreciate you all. If you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap for it, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out and sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all terror of God or man for it, Lord, if you would simply, Cowboy Nation, go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength and scarcity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold, poverty, or famish, or fame, or sickness, or body, or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset it with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation, you will get it. Turn me up. Yeah.
This is Sparta!
Yeah. Yeah. Hitman Wilson. Hey. Yeah. See that fire emoji, baby?